Now kita continue dengan social cost. Yeah. What is social cost? Social costs are the expenditure needed to compensate society for resources used so that its utility level is maintained. Yeah. So this is like apa compensation lah ya, ganti rugi. The compensation will have to account for all price, output and also income effects that arise from a given regulation. So usually this compensation ataupun social cost ini dia akan affect three things lah, iaitu price, output and also income. Contoh untuk price effect ya. Example untuk price, increase in price of automobile caused by the cost of equipment. Alright. Satu lagi, the higher price of household product arising from the use of recyclable packaging. Yang kita tahu adalah contohnya barang-barang recycle yang dijual contohnya ataupun kita kata barang itu eco-friendly. Usually barang yang environmental friendly ini usually dia akan produce dengan menggunakan bahan yang mahal, expensive. So because of that, the price of the good yang kita consume itu juga akan jadi expensive. Contohnya lah kita nak beli food from this restaurant. So kita nak take away. So sekarang ni kita dah tak boleh guna polystyrene sebab it will harm the environment. So now kita kena guna container yang kita boleh guna banyak kali. Kita boleh reuse banyak kali. Yeah. So container itu harganya mahal. Right? Jadi indirectly the price of food will also be expensive, a bit expensive. Sebab kita guna barang environmental friendly. Itu contohnya price effect. Contoh income effect pula, so income effect ni usually dia akan affect the real income. Yeah, it will affect the real income changes. Yeah. For example, caused by the higher tax imposed to support regulatory expenses. Jadi to support the regulation, then we have to pay higher tax. So it will affect our income, real income. So itu contohnya what is social cost is all about. Okay, now we're going to look at the modeling. Yeah, how to model this incremental cost. Okay, so this cost dia akan affect marginal social, dia in terms of marginal social cost. Dia affect supply of the public good and environmental quality. Okay, marginal social cost. So kita recall balik dalam chapter 3 ada example dia bagi satu equation of marginal social cost. So marginal social cost is equal to the 4 plus 0.75e. Marginal social cost equals to 4 plus 0.75e, which is this one lah. Okay, 4 plus 0.75e. So what is A? A is abatement in terms of percentage lah. Contohnya kita nak abate, kita kata air quality lah, kita nak reduce the sulfur dioxide. So that is example, the equation. So kalau dalam diagram marginal social cost ini in the vertical axis, and kalau kita recall balik chapter 3 and chapter 4, kita pernah model ataupun kita pernah sketch atau kita pernah faham the figure of marginal social cost ni, dia upward sloping. So this marginal social cost represent by the marginal abatement cost market plus government marginal cost of enforcement. So ini adalah dalam chapter 4 lah, dia punya equation ni. Right? So macam mana kita nak measure total social cost? So the total social cost measured as the area under the marginal social cost. So it is in the shaded area lah. For example, ini. So ini adalah contoh figure itulah yang kita equation tadi tu. Right? So this is the marginal social cost in million and this is abatement in percentage. So this is the marginal social cost. It's equal to marginal abatement cost plus MCE. So this is the intercept, right? So the area under marginal abatement cost is the total social cost. right? Okay. So let's say kita nak um, so now kita nak tahu steps ataupun proses untuk measure the incremental cost. So basically there are three steps. The first one, we have to find the baseline level. Yeah, we have to find the baseline level of total social costs before the policy is undertaken. Yeah, so before the policy is undertaken, kita kena tahu the baseline. Kedua, the second step, find the new level of total social cost after the policy is implemented. So pre-policy and post-policy. And the third one, kita subtract atau kita tolak the baseline total social cost from the post-policy total social cost. Maknanya pre-policy dengan post-policy kita tolakkan dapat incremental cost. Right. So kita ambil one example, For example, consider the incremental cost of a policy induce, increase the sulfur dioxide abatement from 20% to 25%. So kita increase the abatement cost daripada 20% kepada 25%. So recall balik equation tadi, gunakan equation ini. Okay, kita akan cuba dapatkan the total social cost dulu. Okay, so lepas ni kita tengok how to find for the total social cost and end up dengan incremental cost.